Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Future I. In this class, let us learn how to prove AAA similarity theorem. First, let us look into theorem statement. In the examination, the theorem will be asked like this. If in two triangles, corresponding angles are equal, then their corresponding sides are in the same ratio or proportion, and hence the two triangles are similar. First, understand the theorem statement. Here there are two triangles and those triangles corresponding angles are equal. These are the given things. Two triangles there, and in those triangles corresponding angles are equal. What we have to be proved is, in this theorem we have to prove two things. One, we have to show corresponding sides are in the same ratio, and the second thing is those triangles are similar. So to prove this theorem, first let us draw the figure. As the set in the theorem statement, let us take two triangles. First one, I have taken triangle ABC. Second one, triangle DEF. And in these two triangles, corresponding angles, namely angle A equals to angle D, angle B equals to angle E, angle C equals to angle F. That is what is data. In triangle ABC and DEF, angle A equals to D, angle B equals to E, angle C equals to F. Next, let us move on to the next step to prove. As I said, corresponding sides are proportional. That is what we have to prove. In the figure, corresponding sides are AB corresponding to DE, BC corresponding to EF, and AC corresponding to DE. These corresponding sides should be in same proportion. Hence, AB by DE equals to BC by EF and AC by DF. This is the first thing we have to prove. And the second thing is, we have to show triangles are similar. Children, in the examination, you can write any one. For that, you will get the mark. Next, let us move on to the construction. Look at the figure, children. Mark point G on the side AB and mark point H on the side AC. How you have to mark these points are, how much length DE will be there, so much length AG should have. How much length DF will be there, the same length AH should be having. Like that, you have to mark the points G and H. And then we have to join G and H. Look at the figure. This you have to draw like this. So let us write up the construction. As I said, mark points G on AB and H on AC such that AG should be equals to DE and AH must equal to DF, and then join G and H. Next, let us move on to the last step, proof. In proof, first let us consider these two triangles. triangle AGH and triangle DEF. And let us show these two triangles are congruent. Children, identify these triangles in the figure. I mean these triangles, which is colored in orange and which is colored in pink. You have to show these two triangles are congruent. So first I can write AG equals to D because construction is the reason. And next, you know that angle A equals to angle D because these are corresponding angles that they have given in data. And next, AH is equals to DF. Why? Because construction is the reason. Now carefully observe here, children. Here we have two pair of corresponding sides are equal and one pair of corresponding angle which is included is equal. Hence, which criteria we can be used here? That is SAS criteria. By using SAS criteria, we can say these two triangles are congruent. And children, you have already learnt in 9th standard, when triangles are congruent, all its corresponding sides and corresponding angles are equal. But which is helpful for us to prove the theorem that we are going to consider. I am considering here this angle. I mean AGH is equals to DEF under CPCT. See, these two angles are equal under CPCT. Next, this is very important to understand, children. Look at here. Just now we have proved this angle is equal to this angle, but this ABC angle is equal to this DEF angle. That is what we have written in data. Angle B equals to angle E because corresponding angles. See, angle ABC is equals to angle DEF because the data is the reason. Now carefully observe these two, children. In these two, right hand side parts are equal, isn't it? DEF and DEF. Hence, left hand side parts will be equal under axiom number 1. Remember the axiom number 1 which you learnt in 9th standard? Things which are equal to same thing are equal to one another. That was axiom number 1. So here right hand sides are equal, hence left hand sides have become equal. I mean these angles. Now carefully observe these angles in the figure, children. AGH. AGH means this angle and ABC means this angle. Can you carefully observe which type of angles these are? These are corresponding angles, and here corresponding angles have become equal. When a pair of corresponding angles are equal, the line which is intersecting a pair of lines, those lines are parallel lines. This was the theorem you studied. Hence, this line is parallel to this line. GB is transversal now. These two are line. Hence, these two angles are corresponding angles. That was the concept, children. So, these two lines have become parallel because the reason is you can write short like corresponding angles are equal because when corresponding angles are equal, the lines are parallel. Now, next step is very important. So, when in triangle GH is parallel to BC, Now for the triangle ABC I can write AB by AG is equals to AC by AH. Observe properly, it is just looking like Thales theorem, but it is not like a Thales theorem. Actually in the Thales theorem we have written like this: AG by GB and AH by HC. It was a concept for Thales theorem. But now what we are writing, we are not writing like that. We are writing as this full length. Means we are writing AB by and this one AG. This we are writing. AG we are writing. Isn't it? And here we are writing AC by, we are writing AH. This we are writing. This is somewhat like Thales theorem, but not a Thales theorem. This is called corollary of Thales theorem. You may not have heard the word corollary. So corollary means it's a mathematical statement which will be proved with the help of the theorem. So here Thales theorem, you know, that is AB. Here let me write for G, children. So let me write for A G by GB is equals to AH by HC. This is a Thales theorem, but this is corollary of Thales theorem. So this we can be proved with the help of this Thales theorem. Now observe properly this one, children. In this, I can replace AG by DF, because in construction we have showed AG equals to D. Like that only we have taken point G on AB. AG is equals to D. Hence in the place of AG I can write D. Similarly AH I can replace by DF. So finally what do I get? I will get in triangle ABC, AB by DE equals to AC by DF, which is equals to equation 1, and the reason is this we have got it from the construction, and this you have to call it as equation number 1. And this equation number 1 we have proved by taking point on AB and AH. See, by taking point G on AB and H on AC, we have showed this side AB by DE is equals to AC by DF. If I take points on BC and AB, and if I join these points, what I can get? I can show in that case AB by DE is equals to BC by EF. So no need to prove that, directly you write off like that. Similarly, we can prove AB by DE is equals to BC by EF. Let me show like this. Look at the figure now. If we join these points of AB and BC, we can show AB by DE is equals to BC by EF. This call it as equation number 2. Now compare both the equations, children. Here AB by DE equals to AC by DF, and here AB by DE is equals to BC by EF. How many different pair of corresponding sides are here? 3 different pairs. Hence all 3 different pairs will be equal. Call it as equation number 3. These we have got it from equation 1 and 2. And now carefully observe this one. Here all corresponding sides are proportional. This is what we wanted to be proved, the first thing, isn't it? Now in data, you remember all corresponding angles are equal. So here all corresponding sides are proportional, and in data they only said all corresponding angles are equal. Hence, now we can write off these two triangles are similar. Why? You have learned two triangles are similar if and only if the first one, if all corresponding angles are equal, and second one, all corresponding sides are proportional. So reason is from 3 and data. So this is what we wanted to be proved, the second thing. Hence we have proved. Dear students, I hope you have understood this theorem well. Please subscribe for my channel Future Eye and share. The next video will come up with another content. Thank you. Thank you so much.